No prime minister has completed a full 5-year tenure in Pakistan's 75-year history, a trend extended with the ouster of Imran Khan, who lost a no-confidence vote on Sunday. Up until that point, Pakistan, a parliamentary democracy for most of its history, has had a total of 29 prime ministers since 1947, one of whom took on the role twice in 1 year. On 18 occasions, they have been removed on different pretexts, including corruption charges, direct military coups and forced resignations due to infighting in ruling groups. There was one assassination. The remaining premiers held the position for a limited time as caretakers to oversee fresh elections or to see out a dismissed premier's tenure. The year 1993 was particularly fraught, with 5 changes in the premiership. The shortest tenure for a prime minister is 2 weeks, while the longest is 4 years and 2 months. Mian Muhammad Nawaz Sharif has been elected prime minister 3 times, in 1990, 1997 and 2013, the most for a single candidate. Following is a list of prime ministers whose tenures ended prematurely since 1947. It does not include caretaker premiers or those who completed another prime minister's term. Liaquat Ali Khan, Pakistan's first prime minister, took office in August 1947. He was assassinated at a political rally on October 16, 1951. Tenure, 4 years and 2 months. Khawaja Nazimuddin took office on October 17, 1951. He was dismissed on April 17, 1953, by the country's Governor-General, a powerful position inherited from British colonial rule, on charges of mismanaging religious riots. Tenure, 1 year and 6 months. Muhammad Ali Bogra took office April 17, 1953. Resigned on August 11, 1955. Tenure, 2 years and 3 months. Chaudhry Muhammad Ali took office in August 1955. Internal differences in the ruling party led to his ouster on September 12, 1956. Tenure, 1 year and 1 month. Hussein Shahid Shurawardi took office on September 12, 1956. Forced from office after differences with other power centers on October 18, 1957. Tenure, 1 year and 1 month. Ibrahim Ismail Chandragar took office in October 1957. Resigned on December 16, 1957, faced with a no-confidence vote in Parliament. Tenure, less than 2 months. Malik Faraz Khan Noon took office on December 16, 1957. Dismissed due to the imposition of martial law in Pakistan on October 7, 1958. Tenure, less than 10 months. Nurul Amin took office on December 7, 1971. Left office on December 20, 1971, shortly after the secession of Bangladesh from Pakistan. Tenure, less than 2 weeks. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto took office on August 14, 1973. He was overthrown by a military coup on July 5, 1977, and eventually jailed and executed. Tenure, 3 years and 11 months. Muhammad Khan Junejo took office in March 1985. He was dismissed on May 29, 1988, by the military chief who was also the president. Tenure, 3 years and 2 months. Benazir Bhutto, daughter of slain Premier Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and the first woman leader of a Muslim nation, took office on December 2, 1988. Her government was dismissed on August 6, 1990, by the president, a close aide of the deceased military ruler, on charges of corruption. Tenure, 1 year and 8 months. It would be the first of 3 governments dismissed on similar charges using the sweeping powers of the president. Mian Muhammad Nawaz Sharif took office on November 6, 1990. His government was also dismissed by the president on similar charges to Bhutto on April 18, 1993. He was able to get the decision overturned by the courts a few weeks later and returned to office, but resigned again after differences with the military. Total tenure, 2 years and 7 months. Benazir Bhutto returned to power for her second tenure in October 19, 1993. Was dismissed by the president once again on charges of misgovernance on November 5, 1996. Tenure, just over 3 years. Nawaz Sharif came to power a second time on February 17, 1997. Overthrown by a military coup, the third in Pakistan's history, on October 12, 1999. Tenure, 2 years and 8 months. Mir Zafarullah Khan Jamali elected Prime Minister during military rule in November 2002. He resigned after differences with the military on June 26, 2004. Tenure, 1 year and 7 months. Yousaf Raza Gilani elected Prime Minister on March 25, 2008. He was disqualified by the Supreme Court of Pakistan in 2012 on charges of contempt of court. Tenure, 4 years and 1 month. Nawaz Sharif elected Prime Minister for a third time on June 5, 2013. He was dismissed by the Supreme Court of Pakistan on charges of concealing assets on July 28, 2017. Tenure, 4 years and 2 months. Imran Khan elected as Prime Minister on August 18, 2018. Voted out of power via a no-confidence motion by the opposition on April 10, 2022. Tenure, 3 years and 7 months.